Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. I am in Rishikesh, India. Beautiful day today. So thank you to all those people who have been and who are commenting and liking my videos. Thank you so much. It means so much to me. It means that what I'm trying to do is resonating with a few people and that there is worth in what I'm doing. So thank you very much. I'm also very appreciative of the person who on my video about the caning saga of the two lesbians in Malaysia, that not only did he respond about the actual video, but he also he gave me a suggestion for another video, which I'm going to do now. So thank you very much to you, kind person. So he brought to my attention the caning of a US American in Singapore in 1975, which caused quite a controversy. Sorry, not 1975, in 1994, which caused quite a controversy in Singapore and, of course, in the US because this guy is a US citizen. So let me give you a backstory on what happened with this guy. This is from Wikipedia, which is not necessarily the best portal of information. It's normally a lot of disinformation and misinformation, but for this purpose, I think this is probably semi-accurate. Okay, so let me read. Okay, so the guy is Michael Peter Fay. Sorry, and I have a little bit of a throat issue. Michael Peter Fay, he was born on May 30th, 1975, is they say American, I don't use that term, I say US American, because America is a continent, I'm talking about the country. Okay, he is a US American who was sentenced to 6 strokes of the cane or rotan in Singapore in 1994 for theft of road signs and vandalizing 18 cars over a 10-day period in September 1993, which caused a temporary strain in relations between Singapore and the United States. Fay pled guilty, but he later claimed that he was advised that such a plea would preclude caning and that his confession was false, that he never vandalized any cars, and that the only crime he committed was stealing road signs. Okay? So he said one thing, he said another thing. Okay, then, although caning is a routine court sentence in Singapore, Fay's case garnered some controversy and was widely covered in the media in the United States. They actually said United States, they didn't say America. Wow. As it was believed to be the first judicial corporal punishment involving a US American citizen. The number of cane strokes in Fay's sentence was ultimately reduced from 6 to 4 after United States officials requested leniency. He was caned on May the 5th, 1994. So, okay, they go on about his early life. I'm not going to go through everything because... Okay. So that is the crux of the story of the saga. So let me give my little opinion. Please remember, I'm not an expert in any of this stuff. I'm just a layperson with zero education, but living in the world, so I should have an opinion about things, right? And this is my YouTube channel, so that's how it works here. Okay, so let me get my notes out. So there we have it. Committed a crime, theft of stealing road signs, vandalizing cars, got punishment was supposed to be 6 strokes of the cane. US government got involved, not happy with it because he says he didn't vandalize the cars, he only stole road signs. Whatever it is, he committed a crime. End of story. Doesn't matter how you want to slice it or dice it, he committed a crime. And for those who don't know, Singapore is one of the strictest countries in the world. Ask me because I've been fined many times there. Jaywalking is illegal. walking and smoking in public is illegal. More than 3 people in a park, I don't know if that has changed, is not permitted. Favorite one I always got fined for: chewing gum, eating chewing gum. Many a times I got fined for eating chewing gum because I come from Malaysia and then I go work in Singapore and I bring all my chewing gum with me and I'm chewing. You're not allowed to have chewing. Eating in certain public places, even if it's, I don't know, like one time I just popped a pill on the, I was on the MRT, I popped a pill in my mouth and drank water and I didn't get fined, but I was told off because I'm not supposed to be eating in public. Anyway, also in Singapore, spitting is an offense. Oral sex is an offense, which means you can't spit and you can't swallow. Both offensive. Okay, but anyway, so of course, if you think you can be in Singapore and you are going to steal road signs and vandalize cars, there is no way that you are not going to get punished. No way. And for sure, it's going to be a severe punishment. Okay, so let me now first give my personal feelings on, I need to read my notes, on corporal punishment. So I am anti corporal punishment. I am against corporal punishment because I am anti-violence. I believe that you can punish people by letting them do community service or jail time, prison time, or fines. I don't see any reason for any kind of violent retaliation for an offense. So that's just me saying that. But if that is what Singapore wants for their country, that's fine. I'm not Singaporean. I have no say in that country. I'm just saying my personal feeling about corporal punishment. So the next thing, also for those who don't know, I'm a world traveler. I've been traveling since 2014. Now it's 140 countries, I think, or more, which is not a lot because the world is very big. And each and every country has its own laws. And so normally, as a traveler, what I do is when I go to these countries, I make sure I know what their laws are because I am just a visitor there. So it's not right for me to think that I can just go into someone's home and do as I please. And there's normally 3 choices that I can make when I'm in a different country that has different laws from mine. And those 3 choices would be, this thing keeps going off, would be number 1, I could obey the rules because I'm a guest, right? That's common sense. Or disobey the rules and then just be prepared to face the consequences. Or I just won't visit that country. I mean, to me, this makes sense. Even when choosing to go and live in a country, even if it's for a short while, like I chose to go and live in Singapore for a short while, and I chose also to live in Malaysia. I actually currently live in Malaysia. These are not my home countries. Each country, Malaysia and Singapore, they have their own laws. So again, I apply these 3 things there. While I'm in Malaysia and Singapore, I obey the laws. Okay, like in Singapore, sometimes I chew chewing gum, but I'm disobeying and I am prepared to face the consequences. So every time I get caught, I just pay the fine. I know that already. Okay. The third thing would be I just wouldn't stay there then. I wouldn't want to stay somewhere where I feel I'm going to break the law all the time or that I'm in disagreement with the law. I mean, the world is big. We've got choices, right? And I have my own home country that I can go to. I don't have to go and live in a different country. Okay. So this Michael Fay, obviously, he committed a crime. Whether he committed both or just one, it doesn't matter. A crime was committed. And Singapore is very clear on what constitutes as a crime, and they are also clear on the penalty of such a crime. Now, I'm not going to go on and read the penalties for such a crime because then this video is going to be way too long. I'm trying to keep my video short. Sorry, a lot of noise, but I'm outside. It's a beautiful day. Okay, so for sure, this Michael would have known when he was in Singapore, he would have known what is considered a crime there. And I think anywhere in the world, it's a crime to steal road signs because that is government property. It's also a crime to vandalize other people's cars because it is not your property. Vandalizing other people's property and government property is a crime in every single country in the world. The only difference is, of course, the seriousness of the crime and then the punishment that goes with that crime, right? Okay, so of course there was a controversy. Now let me give my opinion on why I think there is this big controversy. And I'm also going to refer to the Otto. There is another person. His name is Otto Warmbier. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Also a US American who went to North Korea of all the countries in the world, and also committed a crime there and got imprisoned there. And again, the US government intervened, but because his crime was, it's North Korea. It's like on another level, and his crime, they could not get him off, so he stayed in prison. Eventually he died. But anyway, that's another story. But even like him, so example, I want to use these two guys, Michael and Otto. The thing is with a lot of US citizens, just to be honest, you guys like to go to other countries, and I have observed this because I've been traveling, like I said, to many countries. Of all the citizens in the world, you are the people who go to these countries and somehow feel that you are above the law. US Americans have this entitlement, this arrogance, I don't know what it is, or maybe it's just ignorance, I don't know, that they can do whatever they want in any country because they are powerful and their government can get them off. This is just my opinion, okay? So hate me now. But anyway, so I don't see why it should have been a controversy because Michael did the deed. The punishment is clear. He should be punished. And there should be no exemption just because he is a US citizen. None. Because as far as I'm concerned, a US American and let's say a Chinese from China, they're both human beings. Same species. One is not superior than the other one. So why should one get exempted and the other not? Right? And I also think that the US government just wanted to bully Singapore because, I mean, we know, for us who are not US Americans who live in other countries, we know the tactic of US America always bullying other countries, telling us how we should run our countries, what laws we should implement, who should have rights, who shouldn't have rights, who should be our leader, and if we don't want that person to be our leader, they'll come in and they will overthrow that leader. They'll destabilize the country, cause regime change, etc., etc. So this is just my opinion, is that the controversy was just because and out of US arrogance, entitlement, maybe a little bit of ignorance, and bullying. That's all. Because Singapore, like I said, although I don't agree with corporal punishment, etc., it's their country, those are their laws. When you go there, you have to abide. Everybody has to abide. You are not special. You are exactly as the next person walking next to you in the street. Okay, the one thing that the US government did say is that they felt that even a lot of NGOs they said that they felt that the punishment, okay, maybe if you factor in all the things I just mentioned before about no one is exempt, etc., that the punishment was a bit excessive. Okay, so maybe it was a bit excessive because 6 strokes is, I don't know, maybe considered excessive. I don't know because I did not see the extent of the damage it did to the cars. I don't know how this damage, what suffering or inconvenience it would cause to the owners of the cars. So I don't know about the road sign thing as well. I don't know how much damage that would cause to the government, how much expenses has incurred because now they have to replace everything. I don't have the data for that. But okay, let's just say that the NGOs and the government said that it is excessive. Yeah, maybe yes. But then they reduced it to 4. So there was the other thing also, I think why the NGOs jumped on this bandwagon is because I know that NGOs, even in Singapore, want to end corporal punishment, which is caning, as well as like the death penalty, which I mean makes sense because a lot of people are anti-violence, and like even Singaporeans, maybe they don't want their country to be associated with the government meting out violence against the citizens of the country. So I mean, so yeah, so that's my opinion. My opinion is kind of like countries have their laws. If you visit or if you're going to stay there, you have to abide. If you don't abide, there'll be punishment, whether you agree with the punishment or you don't agree with the punishment. Nobody is above the law. Nobody. So that's all I want to say. So please like, dislike, comment, subscribe, especially subscribe. I would appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's been almost 4 years now. Please, people. Thank you and cheers.